Welcome to Lions News Fan Report. If you love staying up to date with all the latest news about the Detroit Lions, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more exclusive content. Carlton Davis has been a solid presence on the Detroit Lions defense, but now he may be on the brink of a major change. With his entry into free agency in 2025, speculation about his future is growing. The Lions, although successful in several areas, may not be able to keep the cornerback. Davis's time in Detroit has been marked by highs and lows. After an impressive season, a jaw fracture interrupted what could have been an even stronger campaign. However, his on-field ability still draws attention, and offers from other teams in the league are already coming in. The question now is whether the Lions can keep Davis, or if he will pursue new opportunities. The player excelled in Aaron Glenn's defensive scheme, and with Glenn now at the helm of the New York Jets, the possibility of a move to New York is becoming an increasingly discussed speculation. For the Lions, losing Davis would be a significant blow. He has been a key part of the defense, especially in the cornerback position, which has always been a critical spot. His ability to break up passes and his game awareness were key strengths in Detroit's defensive system. However, if Davis does decide to leave, Detroit will need to prepare to fill that gap. While the team has promising young talent, losing a player of Davis's caliber would require an aggressive move in free agency or even a beneficial trade during the draft. Davis's contract, which could be worth around $41.3 million over 3 years, will be one of the major points of contention. With his experience and proven skills, he could be an extremely valuable asset for any team that needs a top-tier cornerback. Additionally, the prospect of Davis entering free agency creates an interesting dilemma for the Jets, who are seeking a cornerback to bolster their defense. After DJ Reed's departure, Davis could be the answer for the Jets, a team on the rise with high aspirations. If the Jets manage to bring in Davis, it would not only strengthen their defense but also align the player with his former coordinator, Aaron Glenn. The chemistry between the two could result in even stronger performances from the cornerback. For the Lions, keeping Davis would be a priority. However, this may require considerable financial effort, especially if they need to compete with other teams eyeing the cornerback. Detroit will have to evaluate whether the investment is worth it, given Davis's injury history. Although Davis's injury affected his consistency in recent seasons, he still proved to be a crucial player when on the field. His ability to cover ground and position himself well against fast receivers makes him a valuable asset. The question of Davis's health is not a simple one. His jaw injury and his history of missed games over the years are concerning. But if he can stay healthy, he could be an elite cornerback for the next few years, justifying a long-term investment. Another factor to consider is the competition for Davis in the free agent market. Many teams in the NFL are in dire need of defensive reinforcements, and the cornerback position is one of the most sought after. This could drive up Davis's contract value, making it more difficult for Detroit to retain him. If the Lions cannot keep Davis, their next move for a cornerback will be crucial. They could look for a quality replacement in the draft or try to bring someone in from outside. However, finding a player with Davis's same skills would be a significant challenge. An interesting option could be to invest in a younger cornerback, someone who could learn from veterans and develop within the Lions system. While this might be a long-term strategy, Davis's absence could immediately affect Detroit's defense. For the Jets, bringing in Davis would be a strategic play. The team already has one of the most promising cornerbacks in the league in Sauce Gardner, and Davis could form an excellent pairing with him. The combination of experience and youth could further strengthen New York's defense. The possibility of Davis joining the Jets also creates an interesting narrative, as the team is on an upward trajectory. A team that seeks to improve its defense and strengthen its position in the AFC could see Davis as a key defensive piece. Davis's departure from Detroit is a possibility that shakes up the structure of the team. If he leaves, the franchise will need to think about how this affects their overall defense. The team will have to quickly adapt to this new reality and look for viable alternatives. Additionally, Davis's departure could affect the locker room dynamics in Detroit. His leadership and presence as a veteran were valuable for the team. His departure would require other players to step up to fill this void, which could present both challenges and opportunities. Davis's movement also ties into the overall market for cornerbacks. With several top players entering free agency, teams will have to compete not only for Davis's skills but also for the competitive price of his contract. Moreover, Davis's move could affect other negotiations around the NFL. If he signs with the Jets, other teams may be forced to adjust their strategies for signing cornerbacks. The impact of such a move could ripple throughout the league. In an ideal scenario for the Jets, Davis's arrival would mean a stronger, more balanced defense. But that will depend on his ability to stay healthy and his adaptation to the new system. The pressure will be high, but the benefits could be immense if he delivers as expected. If the Lions lose Davis, they will have to start thinking about the long term. One option would be to invest in young talent and build the defense around them. While this might be a promising strategy, it could take some time before Detroit reaches the same level of competitiveness it currently enjoys. Additionally, Davis's future is an important matter not only for the Jets and the Lions, but for the NFC as a whole. The move of an elite cornerback could affect the balance between teams and directly influence the performance of franchises in the upcoming season. Another aspect to consider is Davis's performance for much of the previous season. Despite the injury, he showed he could be a valuable player when on the field, further increasing the desire of other teams to sign him. For the Jets, Davis's signing could also be an affirmation that they are ready to compete at a high level. This would send a clear message to the league that New York is committed to its defense and to building a championship contending team. Davis's loss would also affect the way the Lions approach the draft. With the quarterback position now a priority, the team would need to be aggressive in seeking an immediate solution. This could change the draft dynamics and the strategic choices made by the franchise. Davis's future is a story that will dominate headlines in the coming weeks. His departure from Detroit could mark the beginning of a new phase in his career, and the impact of this will be felt across the league, with teams competing for his signature. If Davis heads to the Jets, he will join a team with high ambitions to win titles. The addition of an elite cornerback could be the missing piece to further strengthen the defense and make New York a legitimate contender for the championship. On the other hand, if Davis stays with the Lions, he will continue to be part of a team that is still on the rise. His experience and skills will remain a valuable asset for Detroit as they seek to reach new heights of success and stability. The future of Carlton Davis is uncertain, but one thing is clear: he's a player who can change the fate of any team. His departure from Detroit would be a significant loss, but his arrival at a new team like the Jets could open up new possibilities for his career. What will happen with Carlton Davis? The future in the coming months will tell. For the Lions, the pressure is now on to ensure the defense remains strong, while the Jets eagerly wait to see if they can secure the cornerback for their franchise. If you enjoyed this video and want more content like this, make sure to subscribe to our channel, Lions News Fan Report.